Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today. Parents, you are home alone. It's a big day. Fargo schools started today. We looked this up, like 11,000 students in the Fargo School District.
Wow.
So we're talking a lot of kids. We're talking about how many elementary schools. I mean, several elementary schools, 3 middle schools, 3 high schools. So it was a busy day. And if you don't have kids or, don't care at all about what I'm talking about, you probably noticed on your drive to work, there's just a lot more people out and about driving, getting ready. I think we have a little video of the drop-off line at one of our Fargo elementary schools. Lots of big changes today. Parents are not allowed to go into the building. And students, of course, when they go in, we've talked about this a ton, but now it's here. You have to wear your face mask on your first day back as well. I know my girls have been like, do I have to wear it in school pictures? No, but they're a little confused by this whole you have to wear your mask. Just lots of questions. I know I'm in the West Fargo School District, but Fargo, some of the students are going in different doors of the buildings as well. So not just everyone in the front door, and I know drop-off times are different than maybe they have been in the past. Oh, well, that hasn't changed. I think that's like a picture taken in front of the school on the first day of school. So big day for a lot of families, and that includes the Bird
family. This is Isabella's first day of school. She actually chose to do the virtual learning thing for a little bit she didn't really want to wear the mask all day long, but I think that's just fantastic picture. So she is so excited to, just to be learning again. And they've got it set up where it's going to be really nice classes, and she's got some good teachers. So she's looking forward to having that camaraderie and doing school again, actually, which is, I think, great to hear.
Did you set that up there?
Oh yeah, that was definitely. I did the lighting and the whole thing.
I actually talked to the real boss, and the real boss told me, look at that. If you look, because you just look at the beautiful little girl there, but Aji, your wife, was telling me that she has really a great setup there with her desk and like files and kind of bookshelf and a lot nicer than what you actually see in a real in the school building. So I wanted to point out not only the fashion, because we have done a lot of segments with Aji, and she helps do some shopping for kids as well as adults, but how cute is her outfit. In Aji, we talked about this too, even if you're doing the hybrid learning, or all online, or the days you have to be home, you still want your kids to kind of get up and get dressed.
Exactly.
Even if they're comfy clothes, jeans and a sweatshirt, how adorable. I think it just kind of helps you, get in the mood to learn. If you're just in your jammies, you're in the mood to sleep.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's sort of like putting on a game jersey, You want to get yourself dressed up and feel like, okay, I'm awake, I'm alert. Like, I've talked to reporters here that have said the same thing, that they get up and they sort of act as if they're in the building just to kind of keep that mentality sharp.
Right, because if you forgot, our reporters are not in the building. They are working out of their home, so it's continues to be the new normal.
I remember too, there was a great story of the judge in Florida where the attorneys were doing hearings and it's all online, and so the judge would be ready to do the hearing, and these attorneys literally were like rolling over in bed and just like, hey, all right, what's up? Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, no, we ain't doing this no more.
That's not how we roll here in court or at Valley News Live. Right. Yeah, I agree with that too. So I thought this was fun. First day of school. We do a question of the morning every morning on the Valley Today, and this morning the question was school related. Nearly 3 billion of these are created each year. And I didn't give the clue that it was school related at first. But the answer, crayons. That's right. Jordan Schreier also guessed pencils, colored pencils. It's crayons. So, doesn't that bring back memories of going back? And then I thought, as I think about crayons, I think about the smell of that brand new box of Crayola crayons. Well, apparently, the crayon ranks number 18 on the list of most recognizable scents, according to a study done by Yale University. So I was not alone in the fact that I remember the smell of crayons. How about this? Do you have a favorite color in your...
I mean, I always loved purple, so I guess that's where I would go. As far as the colors within my 64 crayon box, nothing really jumps
Ooh,
out.
big timer. You had 64 crayons on your crayon box. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would say like red maybe would be mine, and pink as was in elementary. In the 2000 color census, blue was voted the favorite crayon color. The worst, which is actually even more fun. I was thinking, what would be the worst? This probably makes sense. Tan,
Yeah.
tumbleweed, spring green, all of those colors. So I was thinking I like the color yellow, but I don't like a yellow crayon because
Right.
that just doesn't really do much for anybody at all.
Look at
And
you. Can we just pause and like give you an applause? Like the 2000 color census?
I know,
Weren't
I
you
did some
all
research. You're like, what did I spend my morning researching? Crayons. I have one more for you though, Chris. By the time a little one turns 10, they will have worn down about 730 crayons. Were you the kid that would go, unwrap it, go all the way down to the nub? I would too.
Yeah.
You'll spend about, at 10 years old, you will have spent about 28 minutes per day, on average, coloring. And I think, we can talk about crayons because the adult coloring and that's still
That's
a
like a
big
hot thing right now.
So I know I volunteered to do as much art class as possible at home, not because I'm artistic, but Bailey, during our hybrid, my third grader really enjoyed that part of the day. It was just like, okay, now you get to just be creative for an hour.
Oh, that's nice.
And we have a really cool art teacher at her elementary school. I think her name is Mrs. Boyle. And she just, you can do any one of these, projects just as long as you, do
That's
a little
when you started
art.
making the TikTok videos,
Yeah.
right?
That's mixing art class and music class together. So.
And tech class, and yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's all over the place. And really, so it's interesting doing all online learning versus, back to school for some students, and some more go back tomorrow, West Fargo. But once again, that's only half. We don't go back to school until West
next
Fargo
week, right?
next week. And so I'm very excited. We have Superintendent Sleddy with the West Fargo School District is going to join us a little bit later in the show as well. And, just a lot of questions. As I was even thinking Fargo, I thought Fargo and West Fargo would be a lot more similar, and they're not really. Or even
Moorhead, yeah, exactly.
is different. And then all the private schools, a lot of the private schools have already started. We have, a lot of neighbors who are, going 5 days a week, and the changes there. And so
I think what's going to be fascinating is as you get, into half the year, down the year, like, what does this ultimately mean academically? Like, is everything going to kind of grow at the same pace across the school districts, or is there going to be, massive disparity? I mean, we don't know.
we don't know. Yeah. We kind of got a bit of a pass, I feel like, last spring.
Yeah.
But now this is real. We
game
need to stay
time.
on time. It's
Put the
game time.
put the jersey
on. Good advice from Chris Berg. All right, well, stay with us. We have a great show planned for you. And like I said, coming up next, we're going to be getting some of those questions answered by Superintendent Sleddy. If you have some questions, I think she's West Fargo, but it will really help students in all of the districts.